2026 Michigan DMV Air Brakes Class Attest 125 questions and complete answers. Question 1. An application pressure gauge shows. Option A. How much air pressure is being applied to the brakes? Option B. How much air pressure is available? Option C. How much air pressure is required to stop a vehicle? The correct answer is option A. How much air pressure is being applied to the brakes? Explanation. If a vehicle is equipped, an application pressure gauge shows how much air pressure is being applied to the brakes. This gauge can help a driver identify if their brakes are beginning to fade. Question 2. The blank are activated by an electric switch that is triggered by the brake pedal. Option A. Headlights. Option B. Turn signals. Option C. Brake lights. The correct answer is option C. Brake lights. Explanation. In a vehicle with air brakes, the brake lights are activated when the brake pedal is pushed and air pressure moves an electric switch. With the application of air pressure, the switch will then turn on the brake lights. Question 3. What should happen before the air pressure in an air brake system tank falls below 55 psi? Option A. The warning light should activate. Option B. The vehicle will be unable to shift out of gear. Option C. The front light should flash. The correct answer is option A. The warning light should activate. Explanation. The low air pressure warning signal must activate before the air supply pressure drops below 55 psi in the air tank. If the warning signal does not turn on when being tested during an inspection, the vehicle is not safe to drive. Question 4. When stopping in an emergency situation, you should: Option A. Veer your trailer to the right and stop. Option B. Stop in a straight line. Option C. Veer your trailer to the left and stop. The correct answer is option B. Stop in a straight line. Explanation. If you need to make an emergency stop, you can use either the controlled braking method or the stab braking method. It's important to brake in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line, but will still allow you to turn if necessary. Question 5. What kind of brakes do most newer heavy-duty trucks use? Option A. Single air brakes. Option B. Dual air brakes. Option C. Triple air brakes. The correct answer is option B. Dual air brakes. Explanation. Most newer heavy-duty vehicles use dual air brake systems. A dual air brake system has two separate air brake systems which use a single set of brake controls. Question 6. Friction in an S-cam brake is caused when the brake shoes and linings. Option A. Press against the outside of the brake drum. Option B. Press against the inside of the brake drum. Option C. Push against each other. The correct answer is option B. Press against the inside of the brake drum. Explanation. Friction inside a brake drum is caused when the brake shoes and linings push against the inside of the drum. The friction in the drums will slow and stop the vehicle. Question 7. The rods in S-cam brakes move the slack adjusters when air pressure is added to the brake chambers. This air pressure is added to the chambers when the driver: Option A. Presses the brake pedal. Option B. Uses the emergency brake. Option C. Uses the trailer hand valve. The correct answer is option A. Presses the brake pedal. Explanation. When pressing the brake pedal in a vehicle with S-cam brakes, air will enter the brake chambers. The added air pressure will push out the rods and move slack adjusters, twisting the brake camshafts. Question 8. Brakes can get out of adjustment quickly, especially: Option A. If they are hot. Option B. In the winter time. Option C. If they are used frequently. The correct answer is option A. If they are hot. Explanation. Brakes are particularly prone to getting out of adjustment if they are hot. Be sure to routinely check the adjustment of your brakes. For a vehicle to be safely controlled, all brakes must be properly functioning and adjusted. Question 9. The leakage rate for a triple combination vehicle with air brakes should be no more than blank in 1 minute during a static leakage test. Option A. 8 psi. Option B. 5 psi. Option C. 3 psi. The correct answer is option B, 5 psi. Explanation. When performing a static leakage test on a triple combination vehicle with air brakes, the leakage rate should be no more than 5 psi in 1 minute. If the air leaks from the air brake system at a quicker rate, the vehicle should not be driven because something likely needs to be repaired. Question 10. The air compressor is connected to the option A, transmission, option B, engine, option C, radiator. The correct answer is option B, engine. Explanation. The air compressor of an air brake system is connected to the engine through gears or a V-belt. The compressor may be air-cooled or cooled by the engine cooling system. Question 11. When operating a vehicle with a dual air brake system, the driver should: option A, let the vehicle warm up before driving to ensure that the fuel reaches the engine. Option B, let the air compressor build up a minimum of 100 psi pressure in the primary and secondary systems before driving. Option C, begin driving just after the vehicle starts. The correct answer is option B, let the air compressor build up a minimum of 100 psi pressure in the primary and secondary systems before driving. Explanation. Before driving a vehicle with a dual air brake system, allow time for the air compressor to build up a minimum of 100 psi pressure in both the primary and secondary systems. Watch the air pressure gauges to monitor the pressure levels. Question 12. Once the air tanks are at an air pressure level of 125 psi, the air compressor governor will: option A, stop the compressor from pumping air. Option B, release air from the tanks. Option C, begin pumping air into the tanks. The correct answer is option A, stop the compressor from pumping air. Explanation. An air compressor governor will stop the compressor from pumping air once the air tanks are at an air pressure level around 125 psi. This air pressure level is referred to as the cutout level. Question 13. During an inspection, slack adjusters on S-cam brakes should not move more than: option A, 1 foot. Option B, 1 centimeter. Option C, 1 inch. The correct answer is option C, 1 inch. Explanation. Check each slack adjuster after parking on level ground, setting wheel chocks, and disengaging the parking brake. Pull the slack adjusters to make sure they do not move more than about 1 inch from where the push rod is attached. If they move more than 1 inch, they may be out of adjustment and will need to be fixed. Question 14. What do air brakes use to make the brakes work? Option A, compressed air. Option B, outside air. Option C, non-compressed air. The correct answer is option A, compressed air. Explanation. Many large CMVs are equipped with air brakes. An air braking system uses compressed air to operate. Question 15. The air storage tanks. Option A, hold only enough air for 1 braking cycle. Option B, hold enough air for the brakes to be used several times if the compressor stops working. Option C, do not hold air unless there is an emergency. The correct answer is option B, hold enough air for the brakes to be used several times if the compressor stops working. Explanation. The air storage tanks in an air brake system store compressed air to be used for braking. They hold enough air for the brakes to still be used several times if the compressor stops working. Question 16. Brakes out of adjustment will: option A, work properly. Option B, cause some of the brakes to overwork and malfunction. Option C, allow better acceleration. The correct answer is option B, cause some of the brakes to overwork and malfunction. Explanation. Brakes out of adjustment will fade before those that are properly adjusted. Brake adjustment must be checked frequently to help prevent brake issues. Question 17. What do the 2 systems of a dual air brake system share? Option A, hoses. Option B, an air compressor. Option C, air tanks. The correct answer is option B, an air compressor. Explanation. Both systems in a dual air brake system share a single air compressor. If the air compressor is damaged, neither system will be able to operate properly. Question 18. What is often found in compressed air? Option A, water. Option B, cardboard. Option C, brake fluid. The correct answer is option A, water. Explanation. Compressed air in an air brake system usually contains a certain amount of water and compressor oil. The water and oil can damage the brakes if left to accumulate in the system. Tanks must be drained regularly to remove this buildup. Question 19. In a dual air brake system, if one air system is very low on pressure, option A, none of the brakes will work at all. Option B, either the front or rear brakes will not be fully operable. Option C, there is usually no noticeable effect. The correct answer is option B. Either the front or rear brakes will not be fully operable. Explanation. In a dual air brake system, either the front or rear brakes will not be fully operable if one of the air systems gets too low on pressure. If the air pressure in either tank gets too low while you are driving, you should exit the road and park as soon as possible. Question 20. When parked on a flat surface, you should: Option A, use wheel chocks to prevent your vehicle from moving. Option B, not use wheel chocks. Option C, use wheel chocks, but only if you have applied the parking brake. The correct answer is option A. Use wheel chocks to prevent your vehicle from moving. Explanation. When parking on a level surface, you should use wheel chocks. If the vehicle is not equipped with spring brakes, this is essential to prevent the trailer from moving. Question 21. While operating on a downgrade, you should brake until you reach a speed that is: Option A, 5 miles per hour below your safe speed. Option B, 10 miles per hour below your safe speed. Option C, 15 miles per hour below your safe speed. The correct answer is option A, 5 miles per hour below your safe speed. Explanation. While driving downhill, you should hold down the brake pedal until your vehicle reaches a speed 5 miles per hour below your safe speed, then release the brake pedal. Repeat this process. Question 22. Air tank drains. Option A, should not be used in cold weather. Option B, are helpful to remove water and oil from the air tanks. Option C, are used to move air to the brakes. The correct answer is option B, are helpful to remove water and oil from the air tanks. Explanation. Compressed air in an air brake system usually has a certain amount of water and oil in it. This can harm the system if allowed to accumulate. Air tanks have drain valves to aid in removing water and oil from the compressed air. Question 23. What color light indicates a vehicle's ABS is not working? Option A, green. Option B, blue. Option C, yellow. The correct answer is option C, yellow. Explanation. On vehicles with anti-lock braking systems ABS, yellow malfunction lamps alert the driver to ABS malfunction. Question 24. A dual air brake system. Option A, consists of two separate air brake systems that share a single set of controls. Option B, is a single air brake system with two different sets of controls. Option C, consists of one air brake system for the left side of the truck and one system for the right side of the truck, each with its own set of controls. The correct answer is option A, consists of two separate air brake systems that share a single set of controls. Explanation. A dual air brake system is made up of two separate air brake systems. The systems share a single set of brake controls, but each has its own air tanks, hoses, and lines. One system typically operates the regular brakes on the rear axle or axles, while the other system operates the regular brakes on the front axle. Question 25. Braking mechanisms are located inside. Option A, the fifth wheel. Option B, a brake drum. Option C, the landing gear. The correct answer is option B, a brake drum. Explanation. Drum brakes are attached to the wheels and located on the axles of a vehicle. The braking mechanisms that cause the vehicle to stop can be found inside of a drum brake.